Grace Poole, welcome to The Influence.
Hello.
Social media.
Hello.
What's up, baby?
Hi.
Hey. It's so funny, like, in listening to this podcast, everybody always says, oh, I hate the term, content creator or influencer or whatever,
Yeah.
because I do not feel like that at all, you know? So
Yeah.
I would say the way that I got into it really was TikTok, because I don't know, I never was really big on social media in general. I'm very bad at posting things. So really, when the height of this pandemic hit, and I work in healthcare, and I was just in a place I had never found myself before. And I've always wanted to, years ago, I'm really into makeup, and people have always said, oh, you could start a YouTube channel, blah, blah, blah. But I was just, that would be weird. And people always told me I had a personality for it and whatever, but I was like, whatever. And then, TikTok blew up. I feel like at the beginning of the pandemic and everything, I was like, oh, I want to post, but what would I do? I don't even know. And then, I've had that creative side to me. I just, wasn't expressing it, I guess. And then I had posted some stuff. But what I think my first big video was, it truly came from a place of, I had legitimately been at work, and it was an awful night, and we were height of the pandemic. I mean, just worst night, crazy. And I had come home. I stopped at Chick-fil-A on my way home that morning, and I got home, and I took a shot of tequila, and I chased it with a bite of my burrito. And I said, don't go into healthcare. And in that moment, I really felt that.
You meant it.
Felt that. And that just blew up. I couldn't even believe it. It was crazy. And then I think I just kind of found my niche, whatever, in healthcare.
What was the positive versus negative reaction on that? Don't go into healthcare, because it was touchy there for people's reaction to that kind of stuff.
After a video has been out for so long, I'm like, don't look at it.
Don't revisit it.
Stop looking. Yeah.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, leave it there. I think it was okay, right? I think the response to that was more kind of funny. People were like, as I'm, sitting in my nursing school, preparing for a test, or like, oh no, I'm about to finish respiratory school, or whatever. You know what I mean? So I think it was an okay. I've had much worse reactions to other healthcare videos that have happened in the last, few months. What other one? The one about wearing my scrubs in my house. The reason I said that was because everybody always gave me so much crap for wearing my scrubs in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From there, I can't even believe it. I don't even know how I got here. It's just kind of, it's honestly just been a place that I go to vent, and I don't even know. I don't even feel like I'm doing anything, and I do periodically fall off the face of the earth, I won't post for a week. I'm sure, the algorithm hates me, because they're like, wait, who's this bitch again? Oh, that's right.
Oh yes. She said what?
Yeah. She does come on here from time to time. So yeah, it's been wild. And then even from that, I started my Instagram, which I could use some Instagram help, honestly, but I don't post on there either. I'm very bad at social media.
I mean, people are going over there,
and they're okay. You're really good at the Instagram. You are. I'm always like, oh, I need to be posting like this.
The only thing I found about Instagram, because DMs on TikTok, I was like, this is terrifying. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
So I found that the people who I actually want to talk to will go over to Instagram, and then they're just normal people there.
I agree with you. And that's why I wanted one was, in the big picture, you know, if I was going to talk to a brand or something like that, I felt like it was going to be, you know, coming from Instagram. But I don't know. Like, I'm serious. I don't know how people balance these full-time jobs and then, you know, all
social media
stuff.
is like a full-time job in itself.
Oh my gosh, it absolutely can be. And like, kudos to the people who make it their full-time job.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a lot of work. Like, I completely understand how this could absolutely be a full-time, like, it would consume your life, you know?
Yeah.
I can see that.
For sure.
But literally just from a place of total depression and like needing to just have some sort of an outlet.
Yeah.
This came. I mean, if it wasn't, you know, for the pandemic, I wouldn't have been on there bitching about stuff.
Yeah.
Do you do you have oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? Do you
spit it out?
Record your videos in the app, or do you record somewhere else, edit, and then post?
I do everything through TikTok. I could barely figure out this Zoom call. Like I don't know. I always see other people's videos and that are, you know, like really cinematic, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And then, you know, here I am just definitely doing it. I guess I don't know. I think they're all like through TikTok and everything. I don't even know how people do some of the stuff that they do. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I wish I knew how to do that. Just working with what I got.
Yeah.
I love that. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, you know, you right after work, it just makes it that much better.
Yeah. And it's so legit. Like, I've never, you know, fake put on scrubs and, you know, acted like I just got home or anything. I mean, it's straight up, you know, I just got home from work and this is what we're doing, or, you know, going to work or whatever. And even like, I remember when I first started, I was like, these people aren't going to care what I do, you know, like when I'm not in scrubs. Cause I felt like TikTok, I don't even know. I was like, they know when I'm wearing scrubs and they blow those videos up. And then when I'm not wearing scrubs, they don't give a shit about me. And so I was like, well, I just shouldn't do anything other than healthcare stuff. And then I was like, you know what? Screw that. This is my safe space. And I'm going to put here what I want to put here. And then, you know, some stuff that I talk about when I'm at home, not in scrubs and stuff, does well or whatever. But I'm really bad at planning, and it's normally just, you know, I'm ADHD, you know, like if something comes to me, I just roll with it.
Roll with it.
In that moment. Yeah.
With all of like being candid and like just recording and post, have you hit any like community guidelines violations? Have you had videos taken down?
Yeah. Honestly, not as many as I feel like some creators deal with. I feel like some people really, really struggle with that. But I think in the beginning, there was stuff that I had noticeably said. Like one time I was talking about, it was about a work experience, but I was like, I don't know. I guess I had just talked about it in a certain way. And isn't it like if somebody like reports you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
There needs to be like a second pair of eyes or something, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. One time, actually, I was home in the morning making lunch for my daughter, and I was cutting up a hot dog with a knife, and I had like stuck the hot dog like with the knife and was gonna like I bit like a piece of the hot dog off of the knife. It was like taken down instantly. I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Because of the knife.
Because of the knife, I'm sure. Like instantly. And I was like, okay, well, never doing that again. My bad. Like, and I didn't even think about it. It
no, I wouldn't have thought that.
No.
Yeah, I had no idea. So I was gonna say I try to do things that hopefully don't really offend people, but that's obviously not true. I maybe like you know, just
is it offending people though, or is it just people being sensitive?
People being
Oh,
sensitive.
people are too sensitive.
Right.
I mean, I am too, let's be real. But
Yeah, but it's like, I think you even said it in one of your videos. You were like, listen, all you have to do, ready, is just
Keep on
keep
going.
going.
Keep scrolling. You don't have to stay here and tell me.
Yeah, keep it moving.
Yeah, and I know everybody talks about it. I was like actually thinking about making a video about that. Like, do you think that I don't have the same thought that you're having? Like, if I scroll past something that I see and I'm like, ew, that looks stupid. Like, I'm gonna have that thought in my head for sure. Like, it's not because I'm not thinking it, but I'm sure as hell not gonna
Pop in.
that, you know what I mean?
It's
Right,
working.
exactly.
It's working against you now because it's going to show you more motherfuckers just like me.
Exactly. But I just want to be like, I think the same things you do. I just don't need to put that negativity on someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever. But I mean, there's no getting away from it. And then there's a part of me that's also like, well, I'm putting myself out there. I'm opening myself up to that. You kind of have to know that you're going to have people. It comes with the territory. You know what I mean? So you're never going to not have it. Although I do feel like in general, people are really my peeps. They're really wonderful. So in general, for the most part, people come. Yeah, for the most part, absolutely. That's another thing too. I feel like so many creators really struggle with so many hate comments and all of that. And I am so fortunate. I'm like, I don't know who y'all are watching my videos, but thank you, love ya.
Keep
I feel like they, for the most part, get it. But again, I feel like so many of my followers are also in healthcare, and we we all have the same dark sense of humor and hopefully get it. I mean, of course, you're gonna have people who I don't know, and 1 minute or 3 minutes even isn't long enough to truly explain, concepts and stuff like right. So even like I might be. And I'm clearly not a good communicator with my words. Words are very hard.
Words are hard.
So like I might be saying something and, people just take it weird. I actually, the other day, the video that I posted about other people's like careers, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you don't want to hear about them complaining.
Yeah, like, right. I knew going I literally, like, at the beginning of the video, I was like, if you're not in healthcare, maybe don't watch this, okay?
Yeah.
And because I knew, and after that, like, a lot of people, like, were very positive in the comments, and I feel like it was a really great space for healthcare workers to kind of, talk in there, and I feel like for the most part, it was good. But, you have some people, of course, and it really made me upset.
Yeah, but you just have to picture who that, like, these people you just have to picture them because you know exactly who they are.
Yeah, you do.
Nobody
or you don't.
Like, get into it with.
No profile picture. So
exactly, because they're in their mom's basement doing nothing but being bullies on the internet.
Probably true. Living in his mother's basement. You're absolutely right. And then I'm like, I get all philosophical with it, and I'm like, let's turn around and look in the mirror. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, why are you so desperately insecure that you need to put that right? Exactly. So, but it's best just not to even think about it.
Can't give them more attention because they love it.
Exactly. Except for, I do love when people talk about my eating, like they get mad.
Love it, actually.
I love your eating. Hold that piece of cheese again.
Oh my god, the pickles and the cheese is like a lunch I have like on a regular basis.
Oh yes. What kind of pickles do you eat?
Oh my god.
I do. I will also do like a spicy garlic.
Ooh.
Definitely dill, not like sweet, not bread and butter, not like Dill, I like it to like punch me in the back of the throat when I swallow it.
Yes. I like Claussens. Those
Claussens
are
very
good.
good.
Claussen sponsor me. Love
And
the Claussen.
yes, there you go.
I've seen Claussen sponsor somebody. The box is fantastic.
Oh my God. You need a Claussens box.
Got it.
Email them.
Yes.
Send them over because the box comes and it's like the Claussens green. The best part of that cheese and pickle video was I was like this. I was like, she's gonna drink that cup. She's gonna drink it. I know she is. And I was just like,
okay, well, hold on. Did you notice like the jar was like, 8 inches tall? The juice was already halfway down, which I had drank it before. So I just withheld from doing that on camera.
Oh my God.
No, the pickle was good enough. It was juicy enough after, But I'm so glad that that's your lunch every now and then.
Yeah. What brand deals or partnerships have come from your TikTok notoriety?
So I definitely have done like the Apple Watch band with Solus bands, which I legitimately wear that thing every single day and I love it. So that has been very cool. I've done a little bit of stuff for them. Mostly just people in general reaching out to be like, hey, we want you to try this or whatever. Like doing the dry January, I had that like non-alcoholic beverage brand reach out to me and say, hey, we want to send you something, which I think is really, I'm like, I'll take free shit. Absolutely.
Right.
So one time I tried to start an Instagram for my dog, just so that hopefully I would get free dog food someday, and that still hasn't happened. Still not happening. Although his I'm really failing his Instagram. He's not doing well on there. So I didn't try that hard, but a little hard. And
hard.
So a little hard. But again, I'm saying like responding to the, getting all these DMs and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at it.
You had your merch launch.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Huge.
That was really cool. Yeah.
Stressy and Depressy.
I definitely want to do something again soon. But yes, I definitely want to do more. And that was so awesome to be able to do the Stressy and Depressy. I can't even believe it. It was so awesome.
It
so
was
fun.
like amazing. And I'm loving it.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I don't know where I even heard Stressy and Depressy, or if I like actually I came up with it. I don't even know. I feel like I had to have heard it somewhere. But obviously my followers kind of ran with it. And I mean, truly, I am Stressy and Depressy. Legitimately. Yeah.
It's so appropriate.
It's so appropriate.
I love it.
And especially for people working in healthcare right now, my gosh, we're all just about ready to leave here at the earth. So
the earth. Do your fellow night shifters know that you're on TikTok? Do they follow you? Are they aware?
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is actually really funny. So it's not that funny. So I'm a respiratory therapist, and nurses are kind of more specialized. Like you can be a cardiac nurse or a neuro, whatever. They kind of go to the same place. I mean, a lot of these people float and stuff like that. Like, so they could be in a different unit in the hospital, but most of them stay in the same general area. Whereas respiratory therapists, every time you show up to work, you could go to a different unit. You could be in anywhere. You could be in an ICU. You could be in a PCU. You could be anywhere. So, but I am normally on the same unit, and thankfully I love the unit that I work on, and they just like happen to put me there more often than other places. And so I think the people on my unit, they are very good about reminding me that I ain't shit. So
keeping her humble, baby.
Yeah, they keep me real humble. They're like, who are you again? Okay. So, but then it's weird if I go to like another unit on the hospital, people will recognize me and say like, "Oh, TikTok or whatever," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, bye." I'm so awkward. It's so weird. And
Okay,
I'm
bye.
like I'm at work. Like I'm like,
work.
I'm usually pushing like a ventilator, or I have a patient, or I'm like working, and so it's hard for me to be like, yeah, let's take a picture and talk,
Right.
But the people on my unit specifically, they don't really give a shit who I am or
Good.
what I'm doing. I honestly don't even know.
Yeah, you're there to do like a
working.
very serious.
Yeah, and we're like such good friends. We're like a family there. And I did a lot of the newer nurses and stuff. I had one of the new nurses come up to me the other day, and she was like, "Are you like on TikTok?" And I was like, "Yeah, don't tell anybody, but follow me."
Yeah. Follow, but keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, don't talk about it. Let's not tell anybody. So I actually one night I was like in a COVID room, right? PPE full out. Okay. I get a phone call. Like we have, our little SpectraLink phones. I get a phone call, and it's one of my supervisors. And I'm like, oh no, I'm in trouble. Like, why is my supervisor calling me? Like, I'm like shouting through my mask, like, what is it? And he's like, I just found your TikTok. And I was like,
no.
No.
And he was like, he was very nice about it. He was like, you're hilarious. I love it. And so it worked. I was like, don't tell anyone else. Like, management and stuff like that. Who knows what they know, but I want them to know less. Whatever you think it's not happening. It's not me. It's not me on there. In the workplace. Anywhere else, that's fine. But yes, my like close knit group at work, they keep me real humble for sure.
I love that. It's such it's like a weird concept, because people are like, how can you be mad when someone finds you on TikTok? But like when you think about, there's like tens of millions of people on TikTok. So like even if a video gets 100,000, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, there's no way.
There's no way my math teacher from 8th grade is gonna see that. And then it's like,
the fuck she can't.
Exactly. And
then it's like, why did my math teacher but my next door neighbor didn't see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
I totally agree. And that's kind of why I even started doing TikTok, because I felt like, if I do an Instagram, everybody's gonna know or whatever, And so I kind of felt like TikTok was sort of this like secret safe place that, no one would know.
No one needs to know about. Right.
Exactly. So I definitely feel like I had that thought, because I don't know if I was embarrassed or what, but even there are still things now I'm like, I wouldn't want to put that on my Instagram. I don't know why. It's just a different vibe over there. Like TikTok, I'm like, it's a free for all. You can do whatever you want.
Did your boss have any follow up? Like any concerns about?
No.
I know.
No, I was literally like, okay, but that's not me.
Right.
That's just
like, I think I did tell him, I told him, don't say anything. Like, don't be trying to share this with our other people, especially your higher up.
Yeah.
Don't be
this
showing
stops
them.
here.
Right. You know what's weird though? Because like the first time that I ever had a video go viral, so I'm in Florida, right? And I'm from Vermont. So many people from Vermont were like, I saw you on TikTok. And I was like, what? But like my closest friends hadn't seen it, and they're here.
Wow.
But like people,
but it knew.
Like they knew me. It knew that those people had some sort of connection to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is crazy.
The algorithm is a little bit.
It's complicated. So not coming off of a horrible shift, what actual advice would you give to people who are graduating nursing school or coming into the healthcare industry?
It's a job that you'll always have a job.
That's true.
That's what they say. People are always going to get sick. It's job security.
Job
baby.
security. That's true.
For sure. I mean, I guess in theory, you're helping people
Yes.
and saving lives, and that can be a very cool thing. If, right now wasn't happening.
Right. Yeah. Just so much has changed. Were you like a natural like caregiver? Like when you were younger, did you like to take care of people sort of?
I just in general wanted to go into the medical field. I didn't even know what I wanted to do. It just intrigued me. I liked like anatomy and physiology, stuff like that. Was always interesting to me. And I actually, like right out of high school, I was like, oh, I'm not smart enough for that. Because I've never been really good at math and science and stuff. Like language arts was more, my vibe. And so right out of high school, I didn't do anything in the medical field. I was like, oh, like I'm not smart enough. I'm not going to be able to, pass those classes and stuff like that. And then, through just a lot of shit happening in life, like several years later, I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Like, if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it. And so I went back to school for respiratory like later in life. I think I was like 27 or so, 26 when I like finally went back to school for it, and I just loved it. So I should have trusted my instincts earlier on. Like, and if I can do it, I'm not an academic scholar, okay? So if I can do it, anybody can do it, honestly. I mean, I put in tireless hours of studying, and I put in the work, but I love it. So it was something I wanted to do, and I didn't even know what field. There's just so many like different things you can do in the medical field. It's huge,
Yeah.
So but I definitely love what I do for sure. So it worked out for me.
And that's super important. You want to like what you do and love what you do every day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely got its pros and cons, and it's overall a very cool field to be able to say that you're a part of. I think it's a pretty
lives.
awesome. Yeah, I know, right? Like,
hello.
It's
incredible.
If you drop dead right now, I could save your life.
She could save us.
Bring you back.
Everyone. She could save us.
Well, Grace, we just adore you.
Fun.
You're so fun to watch. You're so fun to chat with. We're excited to see
you
where this whole journey goes for you.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. Honestly, that's my biggest thing. It's just been fun. Like I feel like I'm getting more out of this, just personally than, the people watching me and whatever. It's such an outlet for me, and that's why I love it. So
welcome to the Influence family.
Yeah, you're part of the family now.
Thank you guys.
Hey there. Thanks so much for listening today and supporting the show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button now so you never miss an upload. We're back every Monday with new episodes available wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Also, follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Social Influence Pod for the latest updates on the show and to let us know what influencers you'd like to hear from. Head over to iTunes to rate and review The Influence, a social media podcast, and we'll see you next Monday for another peek behind the upload.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now. This is the motherfucking new podcast.